Health and Wellness Check-in, 15 March 2026. Today is Sunday, 15 March 2026. And here I, Tanis, she, her, hers of Seattle, check in for a week summary of my health and wellness, social, mental, and physical this past week, Monday 9 to Sunday, 15 March 2026. It was a week with sustained repetition and adapting my routines to spontaneous outings. It was a lot. It felt all over the place, slightly out of control. I think partially that's because my glasses broke. I didn't actually break them. I watched them break. It was very, I like would sit them down, and so it was my actions led to them breaking. However, I take responsibility. However, I got to watch them break, which was actually a little bit different. So there we go. Category 1 of 3, social. I fed the critters. Yep. And we've been adjusting times to make it work where they still get their meals and I can make it to a movie. So they still get their 3 square meals a day, but they're just not necessarily all at the normal times. So normal has become, well, now normal dinner is this time if she's seeing this showing, but the showing, yeah, so it's been that. Has included neighborhood friendly faces when out and about, including walk runs. If I can make it with temperature, I can. Out and about was all over the place in terms of pacing, and yeah, I've embraced a week. I'm like, yeah, there's room for improvement. In terms of like confidence and like getting something done, I'm getting stuff done. But like I have room for improvement. Spontaneous outings escalated, including spending a day at the cinema. Yeah, so that one just kind of came. I was like, why not? And it was not planned. I think that I talked about spending a day at the cinema in like mid-July, and instead it got done in the first half of, it was a Wednesday, 11 March 2026. So we're 4 months ahead of what I was thinking. I was like, oh, there's one rule of measure for spontaneity in that case. Another one in the social health is for my cardiology self-experimentation, like my blood pressure research and stuff. The only people I talk to about it are my soulmates. So I don't talk to any of my family about it, and like I don't talk to my parents about it or my siblings and their family, kind of thing. So if they have something they want to say in that arena, it's not for me. I don't talk to them about it. So short and sweet. I'll make it short and sweet. All right, category 2, 3, mental. So I've been working on spontaneity. I think my brain and nervous system are a bit fried. It was my brain, and then my glasses broke, and now it's my brain and my nervous system to get those replaced, because these ones, while I bought them, so this is, I was actually remember the story of these is I was living in Hawaii, and I did actually buy this pair out of my own pocket. I think it was like, it wasn't covered, they weren't covered by health insurance. And so I bought them myself. And so they were a big deal in that sense. So, and I think to date, they're still the only pair I have and or have had that I paid for entirely out of pocket. Like, they weren't covered by health insurance. So the unique videos on this channel, if this pair is in them, in terms of, I bought them without the health insurance covering them. And, they're a bit different. So this is mental / nervous system, and so, but they I didn't wear them because they're in a day and a half it had rubbed my nose raw up here, and it's not so bad because I like just got up, but it caused my hearing has become such a finessed sense for me that I can actually hear. It has like the little pads on the inside that kind of like swivel a little bit so that they don't break, and I can actually hear it swivel, and I'm like, when did my sense of sound improve so much? Hearing, like, I was like, no one. So it's been a really weird, like, what happened to my sense of sound? That's a very teeny tiny thing to be able to hear. I'm like a bat, but not a bat. It's gotten worse, but it's gotten better. Okay, and then I spent a day at the cinema. My first spending a day at the cinema of the 2026 AD year was Wednesday, 11 March 2026 AD. And I'm like, Maybe I should do that again this month. Like just do 2, or is it 2 or 3? I was just like, just want to keep. I'm like, I'm not cutting off my spontaneity streak. Is how to do it, because I'm like, I'm just fried, and somehow that just fried is just keep going, but like embrace the spontaneity. I'm like, it'd be a hard thing to like do a day and then turn off and then turn on and turn off, and I'm just like, work it out. I got stuff to work through. I got a list of things to do. Like it's not new glasses. It's calling my insurance, asking about, because I've gotten notifications of stuff changing. So call them. I need to ask them for where it's accepted. You know, call the places, find a place, set an eye exam, go in for the eye exam. You can find frames. How much is covered of the eye exam lenses? Frames are covered by health insurance. That kind of stuff. Can you direct me to the frames that might be covered or are mostly covered by my insurance, or if not covered, you know, that kind of. So I gotta figure out what to say too. They're like, what am I gonna say? All right, physical. So in the category 3 of 3, physical, PMS, water weight retention. Yes, it's not. I was heavier with these glasses, so they stretched out a little bit. So they do slide down a little bit more than they used to. Because they got bent a little, they're metal frames. But I'm hoping I don't gain so much that they get tweaked in that way. So there. This is the 6th consecutive month with temperatures in the 30s degrees Fahrenheit consistently. There was snow on Friday, 13 March 2026, 80. Yeah, and then yesterday, 14 March 2026, 80. Louisiana alligator tears, Mother Nature reminding me my Elvis Presley watches over me. What's that? Should make a movie. If he's really mine, we get together. There should be a movie. It snowed during my walk around on Saturday. Step 1, the snow started falling. I was like, nature is poetic, at least for our love story. All right, glasses as priority. Perhaps send my cards and gifts to a family birthdays meal on Friday, just in case, in relation to my glasses. So there's like, my family's like going out for someplace fancy on Friday to celebrate birthdays, and I'm like, you know, I really need a pair of glasses. And so I'm going. I already have the gifts / cards for the people, and like I found a little like tray box thing. I was like, maybe just put it in that and send it with them and be like, I'm sorry, this for me in my cardiology self-experimentation and my research is a very big deal. Okay, I need to be available in case something happens, and I can get those glasses earlier or whatever. So making myself available for my own health. Yeah. There we go. In conclusion, it's all over the place, and it gets to continue. So there we go. That's happy health and wellness to you whenever you're reviewing this and wherever you're viewing this from. It's my health and wellness check-in, 15 March 2026.